you know, I was about to begin this reaction by saying if you love Five Nights at Freddy's, then you're going to love this, but more you'll understand this. It really wasn't like Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Not really wasn't for me. I can only sum this up in a simple sentence. It's one of those airplane films. You know when you take a flight somewhere and switch the first available film on and it's like some random shit? Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2. If you've got to be very familiar with the console game in order to really embrace it, because I know jack shit basically about the game itself. I saw the first one when it came out a couple of years back. I remember that. I went over to Castleford. And they've shut that Cineworld now, sadly. But it was kind of a weird day out, because the whole concept. I mean, I was going to say the concept of this movie is great, but actually the concept of the console game, it's great. You know, a 1980s kids pizzeria, like haunted animatronics, the whole backing, the set of where the story's set. It's unique. It's like it's bright, it's colourful. The animatronics are creepy as hell. The concept of the game and the movies themselves, fine. You know, it's sinister shit. But that's just it. Yeah, it was shit. It wasn't really my kind of thing. Right, my first point is. So I'm going to start with the negatives. First point is, it's too domestic from the very beginning of the movie. So you've got the whole animated opening title sequence, which I was sat there like, oh, look, it's really weird, sort of like 8-bit sort of animated things, like the people and the pizzas bopping about, the animals. You know, great, I lapped that up. But as soon as it began, the film just sort of started spiralling into this whole, like, Abby and is it Mike, the Josh Hutcherson's character, who I'm still convinced, even though they are brother and sister, I am still convinced it's father and daughter. They just appear like father and daughter. It's the whole paternal sort of aspect. So the movie begins and it just kicks off with the whole it focuses on Abby at school with her peers and bullies and a bully teacher who certainly gets his comeuppance, and then the relationship between them. And then it goes on to Mike goes out on a date with Vanessa, who's introduced from the previous film. It just became like an episode of some sort of soap opera. It was really dull, really boring. So it didn't incorporate any of the whole the bright sort of flashing sequences and the whole sort of intoxicating vibe that I got from the first one. See, I loved all that. It was the whole, for me, that one for me, hands down. It was the whole, the whole kiddish sort of like the 80s pizzeria vibe. And the sort of haunted animatronics. I wasn't feeling it this time at all. I'm actually kind of fuming because it was a toss-up between this and Eternity. Elizabeth Olsen's got a film out that looks excellent. I'm fucking fuming. Because this, Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2, it's not like the first one at all. It's more dramatic, less animated. There really isn't a hell of a lot that I can elaborate on here. Positives. I suppose it remains. I don't know anything about the console game, but I suppose it remains true because you're not gonna grasp it properly unless you're familiar with the game. Because I was sat there throughout, like even the bits where Mike and Vanessa are back at the pizzeria, and the whole strategy element comes into play. So he's sat in front of a computer screen, like like sort of studying a map, trying to locate the animatronics, trying to disconnect the animatronics. She walks in with the walkie-talkie, then leaves. Animatronics come in. He holds a mask up, which is kind of like I got vibes there of like classic console games where where someone, I don't know, Lara Croft picks up like a prayer wheel or something, and it like blasts away the enemy. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So there are bits and pieces. If you're like, you've got to be familiar with the whole the concept of the console game. That's all I can say. There isn't a lot really much else can elaborate on. There's nothing here. It's crap. Characters and actors. I mean, they stand out. They're sort of, they make their mark. But Abby's a bit ineffective, isn't she? The actress who plays her, like, no offence, bless her, but she just sort of sulks around, with her like twangy hair, like looking miserable and banging on about like the animatronics and stuff. It's not very, like I say, this is one of those ones where you catch a flight somewhere and click on the first movie that springs up on the screen, and you're just like, right, you just let it go over. Not great. Is that it? That's all I've got, I'm afraid. God, I was feeling kind of like, as I sat there, I was starting to feel a bit worse. Do you know what? I wasn't here last week. This time last week, oh my God, my entire body was like a cartoon. Honestly, it was coming out of both ends. I picked up some sort of virus. I went out for the day in Halifax and started getting stomach cramps. I almost fainted in the middle of a fucking market. It was lovely as well. Halifax Christmas market at the Peace Hall. And there's me like, oh my God. It was literally like a sketch from Family Guy, where I was written off all this week. So I thought, yes, bring myself down to the White Rose this weekend and perk myself up with something great. It wasn't, and I don't really, I'm not feeling any better. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's a film. I really didn't like it. I should have gone for fucking Eternity. It's like I say, fans of the console game, you'll lap it up and you'll grasp the elements and sort of stuff that happens throughout. You'll get the gist of it, and probably find it quite entertaining. But otherwise, it is just a load of bollocks. There's nothing to this at all. I think what makes it more ridiculous is the fact that the animatronics actually get out of the pizzeria this time, so they're walking around general public, with the general public looking up at them like, oh, wow, it's just shocking. It's so shit. Fuck, got nothing else to say. That's it. Anything else? Quick. I was going to say, actually, the dialogue. No, even the dialogue was terrible. So, I suppose they can get away with it, given the fact that it's a computer game. But, some of the conversations between the characters are terrible. How it rolls is just standard. There's nothing standout. Nothing grabs you. There's nothing enthralling or exciting. It just runs, like I say, aircraft movie at best.